Oh, we are.
Welcome to SimShed's broadcasting coverage of the TJM Parramatta SuperSprint, 6th round of the Nationwide Tracking Systems V8 Evolution Championship. Championship leader Lasseth Leonage leads teammate Alex Court by 36 points, and Trent Gossley from Taipan Esports a further 38 points back. A pack of hungry drivers, including Heyman, Veacock, McNamara, Harrison, all within striking distance. SuperSprint. We're at Daytona for round 6. And we have 3 races tonight. 2 10-lap sprints and a reverse grid 15-lap finish off the night. Joining me in broadcasting for tonight's race is Phase 4 motorsport driver Ben Morris. Hey Ben, how's it going?
I'm good, mate. How are you, buddy?
Hoping this racing here is going to fire me up. That's what I'm expecting. Looking forward to seeing some carnage actually tonight. It's going to be hectic.
Yeah,
Super sprints, 10 lappers, so it's all going to happen.
I think you might be right. I was having a look at this through the week, and I thought, this could be a little bit of a procession. But then, guess what? Heat round, reverse grid on the third race. This is what mixes it up, and this is what makes this championship so awesome. You never know what you're going to get, and the competition is red hot. We've got some really strong teams, and the likes of our reigning champion Sean McNamara. He's got a lot of work to do to catch up with the boys up front in the NTS Esports team, and we've got a smattering of some really highly talented, really quick drivers through the field. So awesome! Looking forward to it. It's going to be a cracker.
Exactly. We've got a different structure tonight, so we're going to see the qualifying. JP, our director, is going to flick through the individual drivers. They'll have their own 4-lap qualifying session coming up any moment now. They have just completed a minute. They're still in the practice session right now, 50-minute practice session, which is 48 minutes in. Blake Warboy's fastest on a 1:44.522. I actually watched that lap, and Sean McNamara, the defending champion, unintentionally gave him a pretty wicked draft around the back end of the track. So that's probably why he's got that time down so low. We've got Tommy Heyman, who's been putting in some fast laps. And Jamie Davis on 1:44.8. Lasseth Leonage, our championship leader, on a 1:44.9. Alex Court up there. Darren Caldwell's jumped up. We noticed earlier our teammate was down in 20th, but he's now up to, it looks like, 6th spot. Cameron Veacock, Kai Sloggett, Trent Gossley, who's in the championship running, Jason Davis, Wayne Taylor, Raina Costello, Hayden Harrison, Benjamin Siren, all the usual names up there. So it's going to be a cracker.
Yeah, no, I think it's actually good. It's great to see Darren up there in the top 10 as well, sitting in P6 in practice. I know he's been putting a few laps in, but he's been a little bit hamstrung with time. And well, as you would know, Jamie, he's just received his new Track Racer 8020 rig as well, so he's pretty pumped about that. Not using it right now, so he's going to set that up during the week, and I mean, that's only going to make him faster. Anything Track Racer, one of our sponsors, is making faster as well. So look out for that guy. But should be an absolute cracker. Run under a bit of different environment as well, Jamie. A bit of a twilight environment. That'll won't play massive havoc when the eyes get used to it, but it's still a different environment for the guys to drive in.
Speaking of the environment, it is 24 degrees, track temperature, mostly cloudy. Air temperature is 23. It is... what time is it? Checking the time.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock at night. 9 o'clock on a Friday night. Beautiful. Perfect.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be nice. And just a light breeze of 18 kilometres an hour. Just a gentle breeze past there in the grandstands for the crowd, and won't even notice that in the car. Yeah, a piece of cake.
All right, that's the end of practice. Now qualifying. 10-minute session, 4 laps. 4 laps to put your best time down. So we'll see maybe a little bit of strategy here. I think most cars will go out and degradation. It's going to be hot laps early, I think. You don't want to mess around. Here's Tommy Heyman. He's one of the first guys out. Getting out the pit lane, trying to warm those tyres up.
Yeah, it's
First
interesting.
lap's going to be the best one. I don't know if anyone's going to maybe putt around on that first lap and try and set their tyres up for a second lap.
Yeah, it's an interesting tactic there, isn't it? Sort of weaving out of the pits. I think, I like to sort of just put a bit of heat in the tyres with a bit of pace initially for about half the lap, and really generally on the second lap with in these things. But it's interesting to see people weaving around. People have the different styles, don't they, Jamie? And it's really a matter of what works for them, especially with the setup and what they feel comfortable with.
Rob Crisdale here. He's taking the sure and steady, slow approach. He's trying to save his tyres.
Rob Crisdale,
in them.
Yeah, absolute big player in the Canadian rounds, and he's definitely become more of a I wouldn't say more of a player, but he's definitely I think more of a presence up the front there, which is really cool to see, especially in a Mustang.
He's new back into the series. He's our championship leader, Lasseth Leonage. He actually won the unofficial round last week at Phillip Island.
But he did,
He's been a little bit disappointed that it went unofficial. He would have extended his championship lead, but he's still got the championship lead, so he's got to be happy with that.
Yeah, he did. It was impressive last week, and sometimes the cards fall that way, don't they, Jamie? But he's looking strong on the back of the previous rounds. He carried it through into Phillip Island, and I'm expecting to see him carry it through again here tonight. It's going to be should be really exciting to see.
The stripe. He starts his first flying lap into turn one. Tricky left-hander. Seems to turn a little bit left, then tied him. Just missed that tyre bundle on the inside. Try and put the power down over the bumps. Ride those ripple strips. And hard on the brakes just as the pit lane lines finish. Try not to lock up an inside right. Have a bit of curb on the way in and straight line this thing as quickly as you can to pull out. Tommy Heyman, he's on his lap. He's had 2 purple sectors, so he's the fastest guy out on track at the moment.
Tommy's on
Southern Loop. He's got a little bit of internet lag as well. That cost him at Ohio. He was leading the race when he had a bit of internet problems.
Yeah, hopefully we won't see that. Being an impact for him, Jamie. But here it is again. We're just sort of watching that there.
Lag there. He heads up onto the banking. Round turns 2 and 3.
And look at that beautiful purple.
Straight.
Look at that beautiful purple hue of reflection with the lights in the car. They probably need to work on that. Not real keen on the old purple, but looking good there. You can see all the action in the car.
Through the chicane, bus stop chicane. Try to use as much curb as possible without getting a slowdown. The slowdown at this point in time will absolutely ruin your lap. You want to get the exit. The exit is the key. You want to be hard on the power in third gear as you ride that last ripple strip. Open up the corner and then power all the way. A good 25 seconds to the stripe, and there it is. So far we've had Tommy Heyman goes fastest, 145 flat. Trent Gossley, Cameron Veacock goes to second. Alex Court now to second. Heyman, Court, Veacock, Leonage, Gossley, Kirby. McNamara up to third, defending champion. He's up to third place. Heyman, Court, McNamara, Veacock, Caldwell's up to second now.
2. Look at that. What a cracker. Gee, there's not much in that.
Heyman, 145 flat. Caldwell, 145.2. Court, 145.2. Robert Crisdale up to third.
Oh,
he knocks Alex
Crisdale.
Court down to fourth.
What a cracker.
McNamara in fifth. Cameron Veacock sixth. Lasseth Leonage. Amy Davis, Trent Gossley, Marty Hanson, David Kirby, Dean Williams, Alan Dawson, Kai Sloggett.
Now, Jamie, the interesting will be, will the track get better? Will it get faster? Or are we starting to see some really, fast times, especially when we take into account the tyre degradation that happens around this track? This is really, really intense.
Eamon leads. Caldwell from Crisdale.
Tony Gaffin's on a good one.
Warboys has moved up to sixth. He was fast in practice, in the unofficial practice session before qualifying. There's a big lock-up. You'll see a lot of that tonight.
Just dragged it there. He dirty with himself on that.
Heavy braking into these hairpins. What is in effect 4 hairpins on this track. You've got the first turn, and the hairpin at what would be turn 4 after the little wiggle at the pit lane exit. And you've got the southern horseshoe, then you've got that another one that you just saw Warboys go through that leads onto the banking again. And all of them is very easy to lock up inside fronts and very hard to put the power on. Watch these guys really burn up their rear tyres in these 10-lap sprints. Heyman from Caldwell, Crisdale Court, McNamara Warboys.
I'll tell you what, Jamie, coming out of that I'll call it a sort of a mini hairpin onto the back straight there before the big chicane. It's really bumpy on exit there, and that's a really tough one. You're fighting the car, trying to get it straight. It's bouncing all over the joint and getting that throttle down. It's really positioned with the throttle there, and the fast guys will always. Is that Crisdale doing a burnout across the start-finish line there? We're looking at practice start, right?
Getting ready for the practice starts, which is very difficult on the banking.
Absolutely, and same with the exit out of that corner. It's a good point though, Jamie, in terms of that start on the banking. It's I mean, with the guys got to take account for that. We're going to see probably a different style of start. I think we're going to see some really riding of the clutch out there to avoid that wheel spin and get it lit up with some traction rather than getting away and bleeding the car down onto the line. So this is going to be really exciting, I think, tonight on how they get away with that.
It's a critical start, and it's very difficult on the banking. If you light up the tyres, it seems to sometimes tail wants to drag down towards the bottom of the oval, and it will send you up towards your right-hand side into, especially on the low side of the banking. It want to push you up into the drivers on the outside.
Yeah, absolutely, and it accentuates the wheel spin as well with the banking. So hopefully the guys are taking this into account.
In these cars, so if you spin that inside wheel, it'll want to go one way. That's the way that the opposite way to the rear wheel grips.
Basically straight into the fence or into the car beside you. So it's going to be pretty exciting.
But most of these guys, as we thought, their fastest lap in on that first flying lap. That was the one. You weren't going to go any faster after that because the tyres just degrade so quickly here. It's a drop off of at least half a second, maybe. Just how well you look after those tyres on that first lap.
Yeah.
And most of these guys now are just getting the rhythm, feeling getting their eye in.
Just seen caught there, stop, sort of giving up on it. I think I might be corrected, but I think you get the 4 laps out. That's about it now. We can't reset if memory serves me correctly.
We've done 8.5 minutes, so we've got a minute and a half, 90 seconds left in this session. Maybe you want to go through the sponsors before we grid up.
Well, look at I will in just a moment. See Rob Crisdale really practicing those starts. That's a really smart thing to be doing, I believe. He's really having a go and to see what he can get away with there to really maximise it. And remember, Rob's gonna be starting off 3rd position, so he'll be a jump to start. Quickly through our sponsors, Nationwide Tracking Systems, of course, absolutely our major sponsor there, and we love having them aboard. They're a massive support of us. We're very lucky to have them. Nationwide Tracking Systems as part of the V8 Evolution Championship. We've also got Goodyear Autocare Rwana, like how I glossed over that because I'm struggling with Rwana, out there on the Sunshine Coast. We've also always got our other sponsors there: Abruzzi Racewear, Track Racer, Custom Track Art, Racing Management Services, Coghlan Engineering, Track Cams for Gourmet, and Melbourne Hydrographic Depot. And of course, tonight, this round, sponsored by TJM, Parramatta Daytona SuperSprint Series, the name for this round, which we're really proud to have TJM on board with us. So this is going to be an absolute cracker, Jamie. I'm super pumped. I think all
the big names out there, Ben.
Now. Absolutely.
All the big names out there, and our teammate is on the front row of the grid. So Darren Caldwell starting from 2nd.
If we talk big names, Jamie, unfortunately you're not out there, but the rest of the big names are there, and it's going to be an absolute cracker. So look out.
We got Heyman from Caldwell, Crisdale, Alex Court, Sean McNamara, Blake Warboys, Cameron Veacock, Lasseth Leonage, our championship leader, is down in 8th position, so he has got to be careful tonight. This could be the round where he doesn't pull an ace. He might actually pull a two of spades. That would be nasty.
Well, as long as he doesn't pull the joker or a draw 4 on somebody who's really tries to convert, we're in a lot of trouble here. But this is going to be fantastic.
Jamie Davis in 9th, Trent Gosley in 10th, Marty Hanson, Raina Costello, David Kirby, Dean Williams, Alan Dawson, Kai Sloggett, Wayne Taylor, Wade Michael, Aidan Harrison, Peter Crossingham, Blake Irk, Tim Alford, Lindsay Hobbs, Jason Davis, Ashley Davis, Riley Simons, Am Katakazinis, Jonathan Bean, Chris Barnes, Adam Neal, Peter Latham, Benjamin Siren, Steve Vella, Tony Gaffer, Kyle Zink, Mitch Campbell, Philip Peugeot, Philip Peugeot, what's he doing?
What's he doing down there?
Michael Dumbrell, David Zittebart, Max Losh, and Sean Pidwell. Keep an eye up. Look at that. Look at that spectacular sight.
Sean Pidwell down the back there. Keep an eye on Tony Gaffer. He's getting better and better. I rate that guy. He's brilliant.
Got big names. Here we go. Big names in the middle. Big names at the back. Tail of the end of the field as well. So this is going to be on.
Jamie, where would we be, mate? We'd be in the pits, mate. Servicing bloody pumping the tyres up. These guys are too good.
Which will be replayed tomorrow night on Sim Shed Broadcasting. So have a look at that.
Absolutely. Here we go.
Building. We've still got a few at the back that hasn't.
Tommy Heyman there at the front.
I think the revs are rising.
Ooh.
And there's the green. And there's that mark that we were talking about.
Cornwell gets away. Oh no, we've got a defencer. Stay there, stay there.
Tommy Heyman definitely had trouble off the grid. Aaron Caldwell leads into turn 1, and he's got a nice little break from Crisdale. Alex Court there as well.
Already
look at a replay at the start.
Caldwell gets away beautifully.
And that's Warboys. Warboys into the fence and got a couple of taps, and I couldn't quite see at the top of the screen, but it looked like he might have been cleaned up again. And I looked through there and got Warboys down to 36th position, so he definitely was wiped out.
Caldwell leading away. Look at that in the Phase 4 Motorsport. He is in control and loving it. Look at this. What a great start.
Caldwell from Crisdale, Court, McNamara, the defending champion, up to 4th. Cameron Veacock, Tommy Heyman, who was on pole position, down 5 spots in 6th. Jamie Davis, Lasseth Leonard, the championship leader, Marty Hanson, Trent Gosley, Kai Sloggett.
Wow.
1 of 10.
What a start.
Don't blink because you're going to miss it.
Absolutely. I can hear race control firing up already.
It's like Katakazinis has hit the pit lane. Caldwell, half a second from Crisdale.
Crisdale's looking racy too. I'm excited by this.
We've got to slow down. Veacock.
Cameron's going to start.
Bus stop chicane, and that's costly.
Especially
on this first lap.
He's up in the marble.
He's going to have to hold off the throttle for a couple of seconds, and that's going to ruin his run on the banking and up to the start-finish line again. Tommy Heyman up to 5th then. Makes up one of the spots he's lost off the grid. Hard braking into turn 1. Caldwell's run a little bit wide. Crisdale's alongside of him.
Crisdale's looking racy.
Here's the national hairpin.
There we go.
Heyman's having a look here at McNamara, and he's got him.
On the outside. He has too.
Road McNamara.
He's not letting go.
Keeping his nose in there. Going to make Heyman have a little think about it here.
He's
turned into that very fast left-hander, 5th gear.
He's played smart.
On the brakes.
The two of them can chase up on the court if they play it smart. So, which these guys will absolutely do. So this will be
strategy here, even though it's a sprint, you don't want to get into a battle too early because you've got the slipstreaming effect. You lose the slipstream of the cars in front, where you can wave goodbye to that position because there's just not enough time to catch up again.
Absolutely, you just want to be concentrating lap by lap, corner by corner, keep consistent, and that's where the race and those around you will come to you.
Lasseth Leonard in 7th, following Jamie Davis. to the chicane, the bus stop chicane. Very tricky corner. Drop it down to third. Hook it left. Hook it right. Use some ripple strip. Cut a bit more ripple strip. Then power it down. Just float across that last apex. Power it onto the banking. Up to 290 plus kilometres an hour in the slipstream. Probably 298 in the slipstream. Then look for that braking marker because you don't want to miss it into turn one. Frisdale's taking the lead. Frisdale, Caldwell.
He's got the slipstream. He's sliding past.
On the outside though, and that's not the position you want to be. You got to be got to take a little bit and give a little bit in turn one.
Caldwell's a tough competitor. He's very tough. He said, I'm not going to have that. And look at
this, three wide into the international hairpin. And the factor there, he's moved up to second.
Absolutely.
That Crisdale-Caldwell battle has cost him time.
Crisdale will learn from that, I think. That's unfortunate.
Caldwell's now got a 1 second lead. He'll be desperate to break the draft here while these guys battle for second. Crisdale, McNamara, Heyman, all battling for second. Even Jamie Davis is in there and Leonage right there as well. This excruciating left corner, left-hander, down. A couple of cars are run wide there in the background. It's like Leonage, our championship leader, has dropped down a couple of positions. He's down to 11th now, so he was involved there. Caldwell, Crisdale, McNamara, Heyman, Hanson. They head into this bus stop chicane again. Caldwell hasn't probably got enough of a gap there to break the draft.
I'll tell you what,
Crisdale and McNamara can work together here and pull that lead back in.
Racy. He's looking racy. He looks like he's got the eyes on. But they've got a little bit of a gap on each other. It's starting to become evenly spread, but Caldwell's going to have to keep the head down to keep in front of Court. Court is looking pretty good, and he's got a big good toe here as well. We can see that on the way the car's gaining. And this is where
301 kilometres an hour there, Ben. So that slipstream is definitely kicking in.
That is
kicking for turn one again.
Oh, a little bit of a
wash off the speed down to 95 k's an hour. Step in at the apex with the tyre bundle on the end of the pit lane exit. Easy one to clip if you got a little bit of oversteer. And Caldwell's being passed by Court. Court's got the run. Caldwell's going to play hardball here. And the left-hander, the fast left-hander at the back. They go side by side. And Court's run, put two wheels on the grass. Now he needs to be able to pull it up. Caldwell's giving him plenty of room there, but he's going to... and Court cuts him off. Shuts the door on the exit. Court's going to want to get this exit perfect on this left-hander. If he can, he might be able to break away a little bit. Break the draft. Caldwell's 0.7 of a second behind. Crisdale's behind Caldwell. Heyman right there as well. Looking back in the pack, we've got Chris Barnes here. Chris Barnes in
a lot of action happening up and down the list.
We don't want to just focus on the leaders, but we've had a good battle at the front and we've got a good battle in the middle here.
Absolutely, the battle's all the way through it.
Eacock, who was up there in the top three early, is under pressure from Jamie Davis.
Oh, sideways out of there. Yeah, sideways out of the bus stop. See that for...
Ben Lindsay Hobbs has been black flag, and we've got Court leading Caldwell. Battle for here for second though. Caldwell, Crisdale, Heyman, all in a bunch, NASCAR style. Heyman's looking down below the yellow line. That's going to be risky. He's going to find that hard to pull it up. Managed to do so, but they've all closed. And there's a tap between Heyman and Crisdale. They've caught that gap up to Court again.
Yeah, that's a toe, I think, Jamie. That's the toe, Jamie. I reckon that was a lot closer than I think we probably thought. Either there might have been a mistake through the bus stop or a little bit slower through there, but Caldwell seems to have settled that gap, and we've got 6 laps to go, and we've got a race on our hands. This is all happening.
It's going to be a bit of strategy here. Race control is going to have to look at the Heyman on the yellow line. I don't want to see anyone doing any passing manoeuvres or any driving under that yellow line, and the double yellow line. Court leads from Caldwell, and Caldwell's right in the draft again. Heyman's right with Caldwell.
Be a double draft push here up towards
Crisdale's
Court.
lost a bit of time, sorry, Ben.
That's right, mate.
Crisdale's lost a bit of time. He's 1.2 seconds behind Heyman now. So now the strategy starts to come into effect.
Now Corbell's looking
using
really
his
strong
smarts
under
here.
brakes into that hairpin. You can see him make that time up, but the exit, you can see it
Heyman on the
dropping
exit,
away.
he was very
He's
loose.
Demon.
He's trying hard, Heyman. Port's broken out that lead again. He's out to 0.61, but watch it come back in. They get the drafting effect. Heyman goes around the outside of Caldwell. These two have to be smart now. They don't want to slow each other down. They want to stay with Court here. Court breaks into turn one. Caldwell
being very good. Look, and look, here we go. Look at this. Look at this.
Caldwell's definitely under brakes. He's been working on his Fanatec brakes again.
He's loving it. He's absolutely loving it. He's deep in there. That's fantastic.
Here we go, Crisdale. Crisdale's lost a lot of time on that lap, on that previous lap. Heyman's moved. Marty Hanson's moved up to fourth. Crisdale's down to fifth.
Crisdale looks like
Costello's right on Crisdale now. Maybe Crisdale's burned up his tyres early. He's put
a mark down the side of the Goodyear car. He would be happy with that. I would be. But if I know wrong, we'd be looking for someone to pay that bill because.
Ert's run a little bit wide, maybe because he's missing a rear wing. But he's got the exit. That might even give him a little bit of an advantage around here. Maybe he's asked for one of his teammates to knock off that rear wing for him. Probably not. It's a thought. Maybe there was a bit of strategy there.
Here's the boys on the Snap-on Tools car.
Bosley and Sloggett, 7th and 8th. Right in there with Rainer Costello.
I'm just looking up. McNamara's back in 11th. What has happened? We've missed something there, Jamie.
Definitely. I think that was earlier with the when Lasseth Leonage lost a bit of time as well.
Caught up together
left-hander going up onto the banking. These teammates here in the Snap-on Tools, Gosley and Sloggett, let's see if they help each other out here or if they battle each other hard. Gosley is right up there in the championship standings. He's in 3rd position in the championship. Hopefully Kai Sloggett has realised that and doesn't do anything that will affect his championship chances here. It's Court, Heyman, Caldwell, Hanson, Crisdale, Costello, Gosley, Sloggett. And we've got the championship leader in 9th position, following Kai Sloggett. Kai Sloggett can do Trent Gosley a bit of a favour, and Gosley's actually moved up in front of Crisdale here now as well. And this is turning into a good round here for Trent Gosley.
Oh, look, Rob's gone a bit wide there.
Crisdale's definitely struggling for grip.
Yeah, he's been working
between pushing hard and looking after the equipment.
Oh yeah, you can see that there, and the thing is as well, Jamie, with the fixed setup, the guys don't have the ability to sort of move the ARBs around, so they're very fixed in the setup. They've got the adjustment on the brakes, but you've still got to manage those tyres. Where you might get away with just a touch of adjustment on the ARBs, these cars love the tyres to be appreciated, so it's absolutely a game of chess with these things.
With the banking, Daytona Oval, high banking, the right-hand side tyres absolutely get lit up.
They hate it, don't they, on those lock biffs?
They'll be over 130 degrees. Court. Heyman's up to second now. It's noticed. Heyman's up to second. On a Caldwell. There he is.
Yeah, so Heyman's on the charge now. And Caldwell's staying with him as well. But
just entered lap 8.
Caldwell very deep on the brakes on Heyman, but
Hanson's the one to watch now. He's definitely on a move. He might have looked after his gear pretty early in this race. So he's right on the back of Caldwell now. Costello's come up with Hanson as well. Both fact, Hansen, Costello, Gosling have been the movers in this pack, whereas Leonage and McNamara have gone backwards, as well as Crisdale and Veacock. McNamara just got passed by Jason Davis, so McNamara's back to 12th now.
Has he got damage, Jamie? Do we think maybe he's got some aero damage on that car? Because I think you're right. He got caught up in that fracas back a few laps ago.
Aero damage to be critical around here.
Oof.
Even the slightest little bit of aero damage on the front of the car is going to really slow you down on these straight line or slightly banked corners.
Be a bloody nightmare, mate. Be a bloody nightmare. And it'd feel like you towing a caravan with a bit of aero damage on this thing around this track. So
it just opens you up to any opponent that's behind you. You just can't get away from them. They're going to sit in the toe and just catch your hand over fist, like Heyman is on court here.
Absolutely.
Heyman's really got some pace. He had pole position and he lost it off the starting grid, but he's worked his way back from. He dropped down to 6th and now he's back into 2nd and he's right on the tail of Alex Court here.
It's a bloody
Court
good.
who's led the last 4 laps.
It's a bloody good drive, isn't it? It's great to see. He's a smooth operator. He's the Sade of the V8s. And for the younger viewers, you probably need to go look that up and see
he's caught a little bit of grass on the entry there to turn 1.
That wasn't as smooth as I would have thought, but bloody hell, that was exciting to watch anyway.
Corked up bottles, Ben, we were discussing the other week.
Absolutely.
Court Heyman. What's going to be looking in that rear vision mirror going, this guy is starting to get on my nerves. He's pressuring me a little bit here. Is he going to have a look somewhere into turn 1, or is he going to make a move on me, or can I keep it quick enough to keep him out of my worries? Oh, and there's a tap. Just saw a tap there on Rainer Costello. I slog it, gave him a little nudge, pushed him. And there he's gave him a little bit more of a nudge, and Costello's on the grass.
Oh dearie me. Little get out of the way and then don't come back. Well. I'll tell you what. Costello.
Lost 3 positions there. He's back into the clutches of Robert Crisdale.
Costello might just park that in the back of the memory bank for next time. That was an interesting bit of driving. And look at Rob Crisdale back in 10th. What? There must be more to this. There must be more to it. Someone for this
Rob Crisdale, but the battle at the front for the lead is getting red hot now.
It's getting
a lap and a half to go. Alex Court on the 9th lap. Tommy Heyman following by less than 0.3 of a second, and he is in the slipstream here.
He's in the slipstream. He's got the eyes on. Look at that.
It's closing. The gap is closing.
You can physically see that closing.
3.1, 2.1, and it's closing faster than I can even count the numbers down. He's right with him now.
He's in front.
Side by side. Court's got the inside line for turn 1. It's going to be a hell of a manoeuvre if Heyman can pull it off around the outside.
He's got the guts.
He's going to try.
He's got the guts. He's got the. Oh, he's out there.
A little bit off the line. Couldn't keep the front tyres gripping.
I'll tell you what, though, Jamie. If he holds that slipstream for the next lap, he's going to win it because he was across the front line. He was in front at the start-finish line there. That was amazing. Yep.
And will he have noticed that? Is that the place he wants to be?
Tony Gaffer's.
Tony Gaffer, yep.
Let's have a quick look here.
Position.
Tony Gaffer is he's at a moment, and looks like he might have had a little bit of help. Oh, that's not good. Race control will probably have a look at that. That's unfortunate for Tony.
Alex Court's gone off. Oh yes.
Oh,
just looking at my timing table. Sorry to alarm the viewers there. Court from Heyman, and as they head out onto the banking again.
Here we go. Look at this slipstream, Jamie. That's what we're talking about.
Slipstream City. Court is in the lead, but Heyman might have the box seat here.
It'll be
about
about the exit.
Just where he wants to be. At Court's.
He's going for it.
That's an interesting manoeuvre there. They're going to go side by side through the chicane.
Oh.
And of course, Heyman with his internet issues, he blipped off the screen a fraction. But that's brought Caldwell right back into it with Marty Hansen as well. We're going to have a 4-way go at the line here.
Look at the gap closing.
I think might have even wanted to try and give Heyman the lead there so he could get
Look at the gap.
And now he's got nothing to defend himself from Heyman. Heyman's just taken the lead. Court now is right back in the draft. Caldwell's got it as well. Heyman's Heyman's won it. Heyman's led across the line. Heyman from Caldwell
What a
Hanson.
race! What a race! That was fantastic, guys. That was absolutely brilliant. There's a lot of strategy there in terms of slipstreaming, management. That was really, really exciting to watch. Well done, Heyman.
Tommy Heyman, his first win.
Absolutely for Caldwell, P3. What a fantastic bit of driving. Well done, Tommy Heyman. That was smart.
Looked like he was trying to give Heyman the lead there as they come into the chicane. It looked like he might have been willing to relinquish the lead
To go
so
for
he
the
could
slipstream.
follow. Yep, because he was a sitting duck there for Heyman. He probably noticed that previous lap that Heyman led across the stripe. He didn't want to be leading exiting the chicane because he had nothing to defend Heyman there.
Amazing.
Heyman wins.
That was a really great race. Well done, Tommy. Alex, excellent race, and young Dazza, awesome job. What I'm worried about, Jamie, between you and I, is how quick is Caldwell going to be when he gets into the track races setup? I mean, this is going to be intense. He's just done P3, and that's just on your coaching.
Well, it's going to be, it's a little bit daunting. A little bit daunting how the pace of Caldwell there, without the track racer rig.
He's he's finding his feet, young Dazza. So that's really cool to see. But awesome for Tommy Heyman. Yeah, awesome in Calibre Esports. Yeah, well done. 50 points, and Alex there chipping away there, 49 points, and Dazza bringing up with a 48 for the podium. Marty Hanson. Fourth, and Trent Gosley. Then we see Kyle Sloggett, young Laz down in seventh. That's a good recovery. I think he was down to 11th there at one point, wasn't he? Our championship leader, Cameron Veacock, eighth. Rainer Costello would be looking for a little bit of retribution from the couple of taps we saw before it. And Robbie Crisdale down in 10th there, round at the top 10. Sean McNamara 11th. Well, there's a bit to talk about that there. Our championship leader, but as we slide on down, we can see the rest of the crew and their results. There's some names down there that I expect to see at the front, and but you know what? This is the sort of track though, Jamie, isn't it? You know, it's bringing some surprises, especially when we talk about sprint rounds and the heat racing. So really exciting stuff.
Very exciting. Having a look at our schedule here, and there might be some technical issues that have been unforeseen.
I doubt that.
We now have a 10-minute warm-up.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like we're going to have the 15-lap race next. That's going to be the reverse grid. We're not going to have the second 10-lap.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks
this is how this is how this competition works to keep people on their toes and be ready to go at the moment's notice, which is pretty exciting stuff as well. Jamie, it's that exciting. I'm going to grab another beer. I'll be 30 seconds.
No worries, Ben. Enjoy it. Okay, so yeah, it looks like we've got a 10-minute warm-up session here, followed by the feature race, which will be a 15-lap inverted grid. So we'll have a reverse grid. We're going to miss the second 10-lap SuperSprint race, brought to us by TJM of Parramatta. Yeah, it looks like we've had a little bit of a technical issue there. Race control might be explaining that to the drivers now. So we're going to have an inverted grid. See these guys, Heyman, Caldwell at the back of the grid. 10-minute warm-up. Sure, the officials are having a chat with the drivers now just to explain what's going on. That'd be as surprised as us. Yes, excellent. We'll grab Tommy Heyman and have a chat with Tommy. See how he enjoyed that win. Yeah, Tommy? Tommy Heyman? Sure if we've got Tommy Heyman there. He's concentrating on hitting the track in the pit lane at the moment, so he's probably not doing, and after seeing the speed that he had in that first race, I don't know if he needs to do much more practice. He was fast in the qualifying, fast in the morning in the early warm-up.
Hello.
Hey, Tommy.
Hello.
How's it going there, Tommy?
Not bad. How are you?
Let's go through that last half of a lap where you had a battle with Alex Court heading up to the line. Now, it appeared to us like Alex was trying to give you the lead into the chicane. Is that what was going on?
Not too sure. I tried to put it up the inside, and he sort of tried to hold it there, I think. But I was just waiting for the slipstream on the last stretch, so yeah.
Tommy Heyman, great slipstreaming, mate. Well done. Well done, lad.
Thank you.
Nah, that was exciting to watch. I've just jumped into this, haven't I? But that was awesome, mate. I think that was pretty smart. I think Alex might have been trying to swap it and sort of swap you back through the chicane. Have we covered that off already? But
we're not sure whether Alex was or not because
okay.
Tommy was pretty happy to sit behind Alex and get the slipstream up to the line. But what about the start line grid? Starting off the grid there, Tommy. That was
that was a shambles.
That had you.
That was
you got the wheel spin and
dog's breakfast, mate. But you know what happened though, Jamie? The Mustang brought it back, mate. The Mustang for Tommy. The Mustang for Tommy brought it back. Well done, son.
Thank you.
Good luck in the next race.
Yeah, thank you.
We've got Alex.
Alex
will be a little bit disappointed, but good race, good drive there from Alex.
P2, mate. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
What happened?
Beaten by 0.079 of a second, so not much in it. You're nearly there.
He beat me. That's all there is.
Yeah. How was it going to the last chicane? We thought you were trying to let him go to get the slipstream. Was that the case, or?
I was just leaving room.
Yeah.
So I just didn't want to make contact. So, yeah.
You should have let him go, Alex. You should have let him go straight through because then you would have been in the plumb position to get that slipstream. And did you notice on the previous lap that he had you around the outside and he was leading across the stripe?
Yeah, I saw that. It was, interesting.
Well, Ben picked that up as well, and we were mentioning that because we had a pretty distorted camera angle there. We couldn't really tell what was going on as we went into that back chicane at the bus stop. And we thought maybe you were being a technical genius and trying to give Tommy Heyman the lead, and then you were going to slipstream back past him again. But yeah,
it's a risky move, though, isn't it? You know,
It is, and my tyres were shot. So for about the last 5 laps, I was just hanging on.
Yeah, and that was the other thing that Jamie and I were talking about as well, is that the tyre degradation was quite high. We could see that through the field.
Yep.
And you were fighting really hard at the start, which was cool to watch. So, well done, mate. Second place, good points. You know, you can't knock that back.
Yeah,
so awesome stuff, mate.
Yep.
Well done.
Cheers, boys.
Awesome.
good luck in the last, Alex.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Talk later.
Yeah, no worries, mate. See ya.
See ya.
Caldwell.
Dazza! Face 4 Motorsport. Boop, 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 boop.
How are we doing, guys?
Good to see you on the podium, Darren. Good drive there. Had the early
No
lead.
favouritism in this group, buddy. Well done, mate. That's awesome.
Oh, cheers. No, it's been coming.
Nice to see it in front early days, but it's impossible to break the draft around here, so you couldn't stretch that lead out and lose Alex and Tommy and Artie Hansen and that lot, so that sort of dropped you back into the pack again, but wow, it was only 0.1 of a second off the lead there at the end.
I know,
Yeah.
I got the run at the end too, and I thought, oh, here we go, but yeah.
There's just
Just
nowhere to
didn't
go.
quite get
You were
him at the end.
boxed in behind Alex and
Yeah, I
Tommy
could see
Heyman
them.
around the outside.
Their tyres were just starting to go off, and I made a little brake bias adjustment, and it just pulled the nose in a bit better, and I was like, oh, we're on for the last lap here, but yeah, it just didn't quite get it.
Good one, mate. Yeah, you did
More
a
pace to come as well with that new rig set up soon.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
it.
Absolutely, mate. And then we'll get you in the Mustang next year and you'll be even faster. So we'll work on that, all right?
That's it. We'll have to work on that one.
Nah, well done, mate. Great to set the front, buddy.
Cheers.
So
mate.
well
Good luck in the
deserved.
next one, Darren.
It's been
Appreciate it.
coming. It's been coming. So well done. Awesome stuff, mate.
Cheers. Thanks again.
Darren. Oh, only 6 seconds before they grid up.
Now,
Picture?
Jamie, it's important for our audience to understand that there's no favouritism for Phase 4 Motorsport with Darren Caldwell, right? We just want to clarify that.
I didn't see any there. I didn't feel like there was
pick up
any
on anything.
favouritism whatsoever there. It was totally unbiased commentary.
Absolutely. I didn't pick up anything myself, but I just wanted to double check to make sure that we were on the same page, because it's pretty exciting stuff to see the top three in the top three.
Well, Lasseth Lienage wasn't in the top 3, so that's
Where
going
was
to...
Laz?
He was down in 7th.
I want to talk to this guy. Where is he? Can we talk to him? Let's talk to him. What's going on?
I always like having a chat to Laz, but 30 seconds away from the gridding up,
okay,
so
well,
we're not going to have enough time to
Hopefully he
chat to
puts it up
Laz.
the front there so we can chat to him later on.
War Boys has been quickest in this warm-up session from Rainer Costello. Costello's going to have a look out for Kai Sloggett in the next race. They come together on that little bit of a between Southern Hairpin and one of the leads onto the banking.
That's going to be exciting. So this is the final race for tonight, Jamie. Is that correct? It's reverse grid. Is that correct?
I believe so, Ben. I
Okay.
believe so. We will find out momentarily.
We'll find out.
because that warm-up session has now ended, and we have Michael Dumbrell. No. I've got Michael
Alan Dawson.
Dumbrell, but I've got Alan Dawson as well, so
Timmy
conflicting-
Mulford on P2.
Mulford on the front row of the grid from Peter Crossingham. We've got Alan Dawson yet to grid up, so his car's not appearing on screen at this point in time. Tim Mulford, Peter Crossingham, Philip Peugeot, Sam Katakazinas, Benjamin Siren, Lindsay Hobbs, David Kirby, Wade Michael, Peter Latham, Dean Williams, Steve Vella, Ashley Davis, Kyle Zink, Max Losh, Riley Simons, Michael Dumbrell, Tony Gaffer, Sean Pidwell, Mitch Campbell, Jonathan Bean, Adam Neal, David Zittebart, Blake Warboys, Blake Irk, Wayne Taylor, Jamie Davis, Chris Barnes, Hayden Harrison, Jamie Davis, Sean McNamara, Robert Crisdale, Rainer Costello, Cameron Veacock, Lasseth Lienage, Ice Loggett, Trent Gosley, Marty Hanson, Darren Caldwell, Alex Court, Tommy Heyman, and
They're
off.
away. They're away.
And it's a nice clean start at the front there. Mulford into the lead. Tim
No.
Mulford from NTS Nationwide Tracking Systems, the third car. Peter Crossingham has managed to hold it into second. Philip Peugeot's up there in third. Sam Katakazinas in fourth. Benjamin Siren. Clean start at the front. Very nice from these.
Yeah,
They're
good start.
experienced, but they're not experienced at being up the front. McNamara off
I
the
think we've got
back.
McNamara off
He's
the
down
back
in
there.
36th
Timmy Mulford's
position.
had an awesome start. Oh dear.
And
Disaster.
my timing has gone berserk.
Who was that involvement there with McNamara? That was... I couldn't quite pick the car up there on the replay, but dearie me, there's going to be some chat with race control, I'm sure. But Timmy Mulford there in front, a little bit of a waggle at the of the rear, looking forward from Peter Crossingham's car.
This is the time for these guys to shine, Ben. This is
Absolutely.
time for these guys. They're not used to being in this position.
And I'll tell you what,
Not
Timmy
gonna
Mulford,
wanna
he's not
battle
camera
too
shy.
much.
If Timmy
Mulford
Mulford
is
is-
leading.
He's not camera
Only
shy either.
just.
He loves a good race.
Oh, that's tight between
dearie
Peugeot and
me.
Crossingham. Peugeot up to second.
Peugeot,
Peugeot, Crossingham.
that was fantastic. He's got the balls of an elephant, that guy. That was fantastic.
We saw him up the front. He was finished on the podium at Phillip Island, so
Bloody
he's got
oath.
the pace. Don't know what happened to him in qualifying.
Look at the toe he's getting there. I think he's got some electric motors on that thing, the way he's got it
And the
taken
outside.
off. Absolutely.
The
I
lead.
tell you what, Timmy Mulford won't let him
Mulford's
go,
got the line.
though. Timmy Mulford, he's a tough competitor. He will not let him go. This will be exciting. Throw it in there,
Goes
Timmy.
late on the brakes there, maybe a little bit too late, and they're going to touch.
no.
There's a tap. A little light tap there, Crossingham.
That was just a little...
Being
I'm
smart.
just here. I'm here, guys. Just a little bit of a tap.
Peugeot.
Oh, we didn't see there what was happening. Oh,
Peugeot taking the lead. Mulford ran wide.
oh no! Oh no! Did you see that? Absolutely. There's some chat on the... Let's have a look at that. Almost like he had his front steering broke the way that thing turned left on him. Unbelievable. Oh,
yeah.
oh no. Oh dear.
Falling into the
That's
fence.
unfortunate.
Hello.
Yeah. Hey, Steve Vella, unfortunate there, and he was...
Too much power, and then some cars coming through.
oh dear.
I think that might have been Alex Court. It's hard to tell. So it's Peugeot in the lead from Catakazinas, Crossingham, Kirby, Mulford. The Court is up to 24th. Okay, 19th. He's made up even 5 more on this lap. He's flying through the field.
Taking advantage of the carnage moving around him, but that's part of the racecraft, isn't it, Jamie? You've got to be able to find the gaps and
Risk and
try and be
reward.
against-
Or
Yeah,
take some risks,
absolutely.
and it can be rewarding, but it can also come off. Catakazinas for the lead. And the outside of Peugeot. Peugeot was late on the brakes. Pulling the car up for turn 1. Crossingham in 3rd. So turn 1, it's always there's about 1,000 different lines you can go through there.
Absolutely. I was just about to say the same thing, Jamie. You can go a bit wide, deep in there and still get the grip out of the corner, but it is risky. You've really got to know where...
Oh, he's lost it!
Peugeot!
Catakazinas has given him a tap and spun him around even more, and that's left the door open for Crossingham. Crossingham leads.
Yeah, moved up to P1 for 959. Wow. Just put the boot into it.
Now.
Just got
Yeah,
the
he's
tail
going
out.
over the
Oh.
back.
And then got
That's
the...
going to be costly for Catakazinas. He's going to have.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to have front end damage.
Yeah. Yeah, the Catakazinas is going to have some damage on the aero there. That was... He was the unwitting partner of that.
Doing a good job to stay up with Crossingham here, because that would have definitely affected the front of the car. That was a heavy collision.
Mate, that would have broke your wrist the way you hit that. Bloody
That was
hell.
surprising from Peugeot. So Crossingham, Catakazinas, David Kirby, Tim Mulford's back up to 4th. He had a lose in the international hairpin.
He
Found
did.
it wide while he was battling with
And
Peugeot.
Timmy Mulford, though, he's a bloody hard competitor. He'll be back there battling up there to the front.
Seasoned
so it's good to
veteran.
see
He's
him.
not used to running up the front of split 1, but he's used to being in the battles like this. And now we've got
He's a
David
natural
Kirby
fit.
up to 2nd, and there
He's
we
a
can see Catakazinas. That front arrow is definitely costing him now. Catakazinas is back to 4th. I'm looking at Wade Michael here. Wade Michael and Riley Simons. Simons has got a bit of aero damage there on the right-hand side of his car. There's been a lot of carnage already. Going to be us
I think Riley Simons might have a bit of been a bit of a limp mode the way that things sort of wobbling through there.
Alex Court. Just having a look. Alex Court's up to 18th and just past Mitch Campbell.
He's working his way
Precarious
through.
position here.
Yeah, he's in a bit of a danger zone. He'd have the eyes on, looking left, right, centre, trying to make sure he keeps out of the trouble here. But this will be exciting to watch, I think.
Lap 4
Who's
is
that in front of him
flying.
there? Who's that in front of him there, Ray?
Benjamin Siren.
Benjamin Siren.
Benjamin Siren, the car
Not an easy
22.
person to pass, but he's a hard competitor as well. So this will be exciting. And he's got another 959 car behind him as well. They're everywhere, these guys.
Rainy Costello's following him. Alex Court's in 17th. Lasseth Leonage is in 19th. Darren Caldwell's up to 21st. Tommy Heyman's 24th. Marty Hansen's 25th. They were all the front runners of the previous heat race.
So they're around the mark, aren't they, Jamie? They're sort
I
of within
think-
4 or 5 positions. It's not much in that.
They can keep up this pace. They might be challenging at the front here. 'Cause they're just ripping through this field. Court's moving up another position here on Siren. Siren hasn't been in the same form as what he was last season.
No, I was just about to say, Jamie, as well, exact same thing. He seems like he's a little bit out of I won't say race practice. He's a little bit of setup practice on this one. Oh,
Set up practice.
dear.
Exactly. And there's Wade Michael gone deep, turn one.
Way too far.
Very
too
easy
far.
thing to do.
Yeah.
Very easy mistake, but you've got to be careful on the rejoin.
There was a spinner at the back there.
I'll pick him up on screen at the moment. Looks like he didn't collect anyone while he was going through. Zitterbart now. The Mustang, the classic Mustang look. Double. Oh, and he lit up the tyres there.
Light them up. Lit up the good years. Let's
Miles
see.
Inks
Carlton
run wide.
here. Just giving it a bootful. Oh, off the ripper
okay, yep.
strip. Yep.
Oh, and he did get collected.
Oh dear.
That was War Boys involved as well.
Oh no. Unfortunate.
Peter Crossingham's dropping down now. Peter Crossingham. Oh no, that's my timing. I got to stop doing that. I look at my timing table when the replay is on, and it the replay changes my timing screen at the same time.
Easy to
So
do.
looking at Rainer Costello here, Ben. He is up to 8th position. He's got a bit of pressure from Sean Pidwell behind him. Rainer Costello, he was one man that managed to look after his tyres at first heat race. He was man on a mission before he ran into Ice Loggett. Look at this, 3 wide on the banking.
Holy
Alex
dooly.
caught in a dangerous position here, second in the championship.
This is that
He's left
custody.
himself wide and
The
high.
marbles.
And you can see Rainer Costello right on him as well. Rainer
Lot of
Costello
A lot
alongside
of desperates
Court.
here.
Tony
Oh
Gaffer
dear.
involved as well.
Be
David
smart,
Latham,
Alex. Be
Benjamin
smart,
Pirate.
mate.
Sweaty palms time for Alex Court here.
Nothing to
In a
prove.
battle that he'd prefer not to be in, but
Oh.
got to take some risks if he wants to get up to the front of this pack. And it's sort of separated itself there in turn 1. He's now on the back of Tony Gaffer in 13th position. Rainer Costello took advantage of that. He's up to 11th. Rainer Costello's now probably the fastest of the front runners, although Blake Warboys is up in 7th position. Peter Crossingham from Tim Mulford, Lindsay Hobbs, Sam Katagazinis, Riley Simons, David Kirby, Blake Warboys in 7th, Jonathan Bean in 8th. He's one to watch out for. Wade Michael, Jason Davis, Rainer Costello, who we're looking at now, followed by Tony Gaffer and Alex Court. Aaron Caldwell behind Alex Court. Tommy Heyman there as well. So our top 3 drivers all together as they're working their way through the pack in 13th, 14th and 15th.
Here's Alex. He's on the blower.
Aseth in 16th position as well. Aseth Linar's just passing Peter Latham. They head up to the bus stop chicane. Going
Lads
on a
keeping
little
it
bit of a
clean.
tighter line.
He's keeping it clean there. That's a great pass.
Leonage, who's up to 16th position. And Alex Court here, following Tony Gaffer. Tony Gaffer in 12th, Alex Court in 13th.
Getting a bit of a
Court's up
toe there.
27 positions. So, a little bit far and a braking manoeuvre into turn 1.
Yeah, it's
He's going to settle. He's going to settle. He's going to work on the exit here.
Tony
a
just
little bit
pitched
deep around the
inside there.
outside. Tries to put the power down early, but no go there. Tony Gaffer's got him covered there.
Tony Gaffer, fair racer. Raced against him a couple of times. He is an absolute professional, young Tony. So Court's got his challenge worked out with Tony.
Yep, definitely.
Oh,
And Tony
dear,
Gaffer's
look at
not
this.
messing around.
Black Warboys just floated through there.
Oh boys, I thought he might have copped a little bit of damage. Maybe that was one of his teammates that was caught into that incident earlier.
I
So he's
almost.
in
Yeah,
position.
sorry. Yeah, I thought I saw him go through the pits before, but I must have drifted off to sleep for them for one moment. But how could you with all the action that's going on?
Have I noticed that Sean McNamara has been black flagged?
Oh dear.
38th position for Sean McNamara. He's been black flagged. Ben Williams has been black flagged as well.
What has he been black flagged for, Jamie? Is it for driving the ZB Commodore? Because that's fair, but what is going on?
Well, there's a few out there driving the same car, so I haven't seen half the field been black flagged for that, but
I
he's
expect
definitely having a tough run at this point in time in the championship. Sean
I expect a
McNamara.
message from Sean McNamara from me dissing the ZB Commodore he's driving at the moment after this. So
I'm just trying to remember who won Bathurst 1000 on Sunday. Was that a Mustang?
well, they had to do it because it was the last race, and mate, I'm a Holden fan from way back. I've had about 15,000 of the bloody things. but
Here's Caldwell and Heyman.
there we
There's a
go.
little bit of Holden and Ford action heading into turn 1.
Here
Now I
we
reckon
go.
there's going to be a bit more action here because Caldwell plays hardball and he's Heyman
Heyman said,
got
that's
the
okay,
inside
that's
line on the
okay.
way out.
But Caldwell's
and
not giving up.
geez, what was
Whoa,
going
look
on
at
there?
that.
That was
Caldwell's a
dust
tough
and
competitor. Look at
dust
this. Caldwell said, I'm having it, mate. I'm having it.
Heyman and Caldwell
In the
going hard at it.
phase 4 motorsport. ZB
Heyman, 2
Commodore
wheels out of the grass.
struggling. Caldwell is not one to back off. He's a tough competitor. I mean, look at those gold wheels. He loves it. Fantastic in the phase 4 motorsport car, the ZB Commodore. Fantastic. Back to the
Looking at
front.
Lindsay Hobbs here. Got Lindsay Hobbs on Mulford. So this is second and third here.
Is that Timmy Mulford? He's
Timmy
there.
Mulford. Yeah,
He's hanging on. He
second
loves it. In the NTS
Peter
ZB
Crossingham
Commodore.
doing a nice job out in front. He's holding
Yeah.
on. Kept it clean, no mistakes.
He's looking
And
smooth.
Got a 1.1 second lead back to Mulford, and Hobbs is right on the back of Mulford. Atakazinis is about 2.5 seconds behind these.
Look at this back
and there's
here.
Gaffer and Court at it again through
Alex
the box
Court.
again.
And Alex Court, and look who's behind, Jamie.
Caldwell and Heyman.
Young Caldwell. He is back into it. And is that Chris? Who was that in front of Court? Sorry, is that Christo?
Gaffer.
Oh, Gaffer. Sorry,
Court.
Gaffer.
Gaffer and Court. Court's going to try again to go around the outside. Gaffer's making it hard for Court here. He's really
Absolutely.
struggling to get past Gaffer.
I've been
And that's
telling
bringing-
you, Gaffer is
Oh,
the
Gaffer
real
and
deal.
Court.
Gaffer is the real deal.
He's got him now. Court's got him around the outside there. It was a little bit unsteady under the brakes, and now he's backing up into Caldwell. Caldwell's big dive bomb from Caldwell. And he's gone on the grass, and that's lost a lot of time there for Caldwell.
Oh,
Heyman's through on
dear.
Gaffer and Caldwell there. Was a little bit of... Oh, and he's just copped another tap there. Caldwell's got a little tap. He's lost all momentum, and Marty Hansen gave him a whack. And he's through. Marty Hansen's through on Caldwell, so that manoeuvre from Caldwell, late under brakes. He
And
had to do it.
Yeah,
Saw
he
the
had to-
opportunity, went
He had
for
to have
it,
a go,
but it didn't
but
come
it's
off.
probably 0.3 of a second late, and that's the difference that these cars have.
And we got
Timmy
Hobbs.
Alfred.
Hobbs on Mulford here. The battle for second.
Ooh.
Mulford's given him enough room. Hobbs went for it. Caught him by surprise there. Mulford didn't expect that at that point in time on the track.
Very low on the yellow line, but not below. So
Put in-
that's just using the track to your advantage.
Now Hobbs is right on the back of Crossingham.
Crossing hand, be like, get off. 7 laps to go.
This is an eternity
Deary
for
me,
Crossingham.
look at the toe there, Jamie.
Massive.
That's insane.
Crossingham into lap 10.
Jamie, I can hear the chat happening with race control in the background here that obviously our listeners can't hear, and I'm astounded.
War boys.
I'm
There's
astounded.
a move. There's a move for the lead. Hobbs has got him.
I'm astounded by the amount of time these guys have to chat when they're racing. It's unbelievable.
I generally can't even mumble out a comprehensible sentence, let alone
that's-
have a chat with race control
Well, that's
when I'm
right.
driving.
Because
Hobbs.
you're focused on what you're doing. I mean, this is unbelievable. But anyway,
Yeah,
back to the race.
I call it focus. Something anyway. So Hobbs has taken the lead from Crossingham, and Mulford in third, Warboys fourth, Katakazinas fifth, Riley Simons, Jonathan Bean, Jason Davis, Randy Costello. Looking at Alex Court here in 10th position.
Is that
Still
Tommy
being
Heyman
chased
behind?
by Tommy Heyman's behind him.
Tommy
and David
Hayden,
Kirby in 12th.
Look at Tommy Hayden hanging on to it on the exit. He's chasing him. We're watching 1 and 2 from the last race, but look, going back to the front.
Mulford on Crossingham.
I'll tell you what,
Stop.
Mulford's looking hell racy. He's looking fantastic.
We've been looking after these tyres. Used to the endurance style races. He normally does quite a few official races, so he's used to the 40-minute races. We've had to manage a set of tyres.
Haven't we, in the officials?
Hobbs, Crossingham, Mulford. War Boys 2 seconds back. He'll be
Get in the
big
draft.
run to watch out for.
Jimmy. Get in the
Except
draft.
for the
Get
fact
back in
that
the
War
draft.
Boys is now just hit the pit lane. And I'm looking, and that's what I thought was the conversation before. War Boys has been black flagged.
Oh, you're kidding me.
So that's War Boys out of 4th position. Riley Simon's up to 4th. Katakazina's 5th. Jonathan Bean 6th. Jason Davis 7th. Alex Court just past Rainer Costello. There's the move. Court on Costello. These guys, you just can't hold them back. Alex Court from the back of the field. Second last position. He's up to 8th in 11 laps. Incredible.
It's an impressive drive. Yeah, you got to take that off, Alex. It's an impressive drive.
Well, Rainer Costello stayed with him, so that's an impressive drive from Rainer Costello. Tommy Heyman as well. Asif Leonage up to 13th. Marty Hansen in 14th. Darren Caldwell, after that little mistake, he's in 16th. Blake Warboys has managed to come out in 17th after the drive-through penalty. That's incredible.
And this is what practice does, though, Jamie, isn't it? So you've got to do the laps. You've got to know the car. You've got to get comfortable with it. And this is what these guys do. They practice, they get into a groove, and then you get comfortable. It becomes second nature. It's like muscle memory. You can't jump in these things and expect to go fast. So, hats off to the likes of
an old
Alex.
football coach used to tell me, practice prevents piss-poor performances.
I think I've write that on a sticker on somewhere. That's it. It's on the door of my office. That is brilliant.
I didn't make that one up. I was an old football coach used to tell me that because he was always disappointed when I didn't make practice. Lindsay Hobbs leads from Peter Crossingham, Tim Mulford, Riley Simons.
Shout out to James, coach.
We're looking. Oh.
What are we looking at here? Jason Davis.
Jason Davis!
Oh, no!
He's going to hit it! He has into that tyre bundle! That's a nasty one.
Paramedics. Jesus, he is not coming out of that.
Another one off there on the left-hand
Holy
side.
dooly.
He's out in the infield. We've got Jason Davis. He's in the fence.
Touch? Or was that a grass? What happened
I
there?
think he did that all on his own, Ben.
Oh,
That was
dear.
all rear brake.
Embarrassing. Embarrassing. Oh, no. Yeah.
And then Jonathan Bean as well.
Oh,
He's
dear.
on grass tracking out on the infield. But poor old
Trying to put the throttle down on the grass. Verge will
poor
never
old Jason
work.
Davis. Somebody please send him a message and say, do not watch the replay. Crossingham
Oh,
trails Hobbs by 1 second. Alford is another 1 second behind Crossingham. Ali Simons 4 seconds behind Mulford. So at this point in time, it's between Hobbs, Crossingham, and Mulford. We've still got 3 laps to go. Looking at Sam Katakazinas as they head into the bus stop chicane as Court pulls another manoeuvre, and he's up to 5th position now, Ben. Alex Court in 5th position, just passing Sam Katakazinas.
Yeah, amazing drive through the field. He's plucked his way. He's been smart about it, and you can see that really paying off. There's not a mark on his car, and the cars around him have got damage. They've got scrapes. May not be, aero damage, but it's all.
He's just passed Riley Simons. Riley Simons has backed off. I think he's got a slowdown from the bus stop.
I think he has too. Yeah. I think he has.
Backed right out of it. Now he's backed up to Sam Katakazinas. Katakazinas passes Riley. In fact, Riley Simons has really stopped. He's stopped. He's absolutely pulled up on the side of the track. Passed by David Kirby up into 8th spot. Kirby, the Court is now up to 4th position.
He's just about on the podium. This is an amazing drive.
It wouldn't take much for him to be on the podium here because we've got it
3 laps to go.
3 laps to go. Any little mistake between these top 3, I would expect to see.
Where's the broadcast? Let's go back to the front here if we can drive back through there because we've still got some front runners there with 3 laps to go. And
There is the front 3.
there's Timmy Mulford. And who have we got there? We've got Timmy Mulford.
Hobbs in the lead, Crossingham in second, Mulford in third, Court's 4 seconds behind.
And we've got Lindsay Hobbs there in front. Look at him going. So he's got a bit of a gap, hasn't he, over Crossingham? But Crossingham is working hard. You can see it. There's the activity there for our top 3 runners. And this is where the action really is now. These guys will be absolutely focused on hanging on. They'll be focused on getting these laps on. And if I was Lindsay, I'd be like, is it the final lap yet? Let's get this thing done. I'm done. I've done an awesome race. Let's get it out and done and out of the way.
Those rear tyres would be well and truly gone by now. 15 laps around here is a long time on these sets of tyres. You can see Peter Crossingham, not quite in that draft there, but he's closed up the gap. He's down to half a second.
Absolutely. Well,
looking at Lasseth Leonage here. Lasseth Leonage in 10th position, moving up to the back of Tony Gaffer, who's been a hard man to pass. And Marty Hanson right on the back of... Leonage is a little bit loose there. He's giving Gaffer a tap. Gaffer's managed to collect that up. Leonage is probably going to do the right thing now. He realises that he needs to get that position back, but he's got Marty Hanson involved now as well. And they've all gone 3 side by side into net. And Lasseth's down. It's hard to put the power down. Those rear tyres are gone. Side by side now with Gaffer. Marty Hanson involved as well. Leonage has let that position go. He's been wiser heads have prevailed there with Leonage. He would have liked to have held on to that. But Court's up to 3rd. Court's past Mulford. Mulford's made a little mistake somewhere, I think. In fact, I think Mulford might have made a mistake with Crossingham because...
I think you're right. That's exactly what I was about to say.
Because Lindsay Hobbs is now out to over a second on Crossingham, and then Mulford is back behind Court 5 seconds back, so Court's in 3rd. He's back on the podium. He wasn't lying when he said he was going to chat again soon.
That's amazing drive, absolutely. And when he said that, I sort of kept myself said, I don't know, mate. With a reverse grid coming up, but that's an amazing drive. I mean, he's plucked his way through. He's driven hard, kept the eyes forward. This is what we talk about.
Look, and Mulford's right on the back of Court again.
This is what we talk about, Jamie. Keeping the head down and face forward.
Oh, it's Costello and Mulford. Oh, and there's Mulford! Big trip for turn 1.
He's held it.
He's held it, but he's lost the position. That was a massive slide by Mulford. These tyres are absolutely shot.
Yep. Well, I'm surprised.
Oh, no! That didn't look too good.
I just saw that.
Caught that out the back of the screen, and that looked like Heyman coming in hard.
Oh, flash.
That was Heyman on Costello.
Oh, no. He got a tap. It wasn't his fault.
He got a tap, and he was into Costello.
He got a tap there from... who was the tap from? That was...
Mulford. I think it might have been Mulford. Mulford's tyres were shot after that big slide in turn 1. He was just trying to get control of the car.
That's just racing. Race control.
All seemed to sort itself out. All seemed to sort itself out there in the end, but nothing. I wouldn't complain too much about that. It's just last lap sort of racing, but here we go. Lindsay Hobbs leading.
Well deserved. This will be great to see him win this.
Hobbs from Crossingham, 1.5 seconds. Lindsay Hobbs has driven an impeccable race here, has not put a foot wrong.
Jamie, I'm still stunned by hearing all the commentary to race control about stuff that's happening. Keep watching what you're doing and keep racing, guys.
There's only half a lap to go. There's no point having a chat to race control as Lindsay Hobbs is going to win a feature.
Lindsay.
TJ, and there he is across the line.
Peter Crossingham, great drive, Alex, from way down the back. That's an awesome result. But let's not forget who's just taken this route win Hobbsy, loved it.
Hobbs.
Well done, mate. That's fantastic.
Feature.
Yeah.
SuperSprint, the Daytona TJM Parramatta SuperSprint race. Well done, Lindsay Hobbs.
Do
Peter
it.
Crossingham. Alex Court, the brilliant drive up to third. Tommy Heyman with another brilliant drive, fourth.
Up and
David
fourth.
Costello,
Wow.
fifth.
Great
Mulford,
drive.
who's up there all racing, sixth.
Well,
And
Tommy
Catacazinas.
Tommy Heyman up into fourth as well. You know, like that's an awesome drive. You know, the cream rises to the top, right? Court and Hobbs and Hobbsy there.
Court, Heyman.
Heyman, sorry, that's fantastic.
Brilliant drives from the back of the field. Marty Hanson up there as well. Blake Warboys, who was 12th, he was unlucky because he had a drive-through and he started at the back of the field as well.
I know.
Asset Leonage.
That's insane.
Asset Leonage, our championship leader, he finished in 11th spot. Spots up 24 positions. I'll just go through the field really quickly. We've got Lindsay Hobbs, our race winner, up 6 positions from his grid position. Peter Crossingham, Alex Court up 37 positions, as well as Tommy Heyman up 37 positions.
Wow.
Randy Costello, Jim Mulford, Sam Catacazinas, David Kirby with a good drive. Tony Gaffer solid in 9th. Marty Hanson up 28 positions in 10th position. Leonage in 11th position, up 24 positions. Blake Warboys, Darren Caldwell up 26 positions. Jonathan Bean, Wayne Taylor, Wade Michael, Mitch Campbell in 17th. Chris Barnes, Michael Dumbrell, Adam Neal, a new name I haven't seen too much of, up to 20th position. Trent Gossley, 21st. Sean Pidwell, 22nd. Rob Crisdale, didn't see much of him in that race, 23rd. Kyle Zink, Cameron Veacock, unlucky, 25th. Ice Log at 26th. Philip Peugeot, who was up there in the top 3 early in the race, 27th. Got collected by Sam Catacazinas, so that was a good drive by Sam Catacazinas. We really thought his car was going to be super damaged in that incident.
Oh yeah.
With Philip Peugeot. Jason Davis, who wrapped himself around the tyre bundle at turn 1. Max Losh, Hayden Harrison, Jamie Davis, Benjamin Siren, Riley Simons, who stopped at the side of the track for some reason, Blake Irk, Zitabart, Sean McNamara, our defending champion, down in 36th position. He had a drive-through penalty at one stage, so I'm not really sure what happened there. Steve Vella, 37th, Ashley Davis, Peter Latham, Dean Williams, Alan Dawson in 41st position. What an eventful race.
Well, pretty amazing, and I think hats off to Tommy Heyman and Alex Court for their progress through the field. I mean, this is sort of stuff we talk about, Jamie, in terms of head down, bum up, stay focused, eyes forward. You know, all the cliches. And you know what? We didn't hear from Alex and we didn't hear from Tommy on the radios all night, and yet, you know, we hear it. Well, some of the conversations that are happening with our race control, guys, forget it. Just keep focused on what you're going to do. Keep moving forward. And evidence about people who do it, Alex and Tommy tonight, right from the back of the grid. Well done. Hats off to Lindsay Hobbs. Awesome result. I'm looking forward to talking to him. And I think we're going to do that now.
Are you still doing a burnout? So the round winner is Tommy Heyman. Tommy Heyman takes off the round win.
Well done, Tommy Heyman.
Alex Court in second.
Well done, Alex.
And Darren Caldwell gets third position for the round.
K4 Motorsport. Woo-hoo! Okay. All right.
The race winner, Lindsay Hobbs. Soon as he is available. Congratulate Lindsay on a magnificent win.
Lindsay Hobbs.
Still enjoying that celebration.
Lindsay's still
Hobbs, so
doing.
we can't get a hold of him.
Lindsay's still doing burnouts. I think in the ZB Commodore's probably doing single wheel burnouts, but we'll find him in a minute.
Got JP on the Discord. His drivers across. A lot of celebrations going on. All in the team discords. Lindsay Hobbs, and I'm just trying to check now to see what team he does drive for.
Lindsay, get your microphone off.
If you have him.
I'm here, bud.
How are you, mate?
Thanks. Good, mate. Yourself?
Congratulations.
Yeah, hell of a
How
race.
How was that, mate?
First win, so of course it's good.
Tell us about it, Lindsay. How did it go? How did it unfold?
First up, just trying to get past all the cars without stuffing up, and I was making small errors myself. So, and then just getting in front, I was just trying to keep it there and not spin the wheels and spin off infield. So that was the aim of the game.
Mate, I think you did a fantastic job with that, and really disciplined in terms of that race. You had a bit of pressure from behind you, but just as you say, kept it forward, eyes forward, focused on what you needed to do, and it was really awesome to watch, mate. A little bit of pressure from behind, or you had it under control?
Yeah, of course there was a bit of pressure. Again, I was just trying to keep them not making mistakes for them to catch up, and it ended up working out. So
A few near misses. I think there was a couple of incidents that happened in front of you.
Me and Melford went off in turn one there, and we just both caught it. And lucky enough to scrape off with it.
And I think it might have been Philip Peugeot and Sam Katakazinis. They had a little incident exiting the International Horseshoe.
Yeah, I was a bit too far back to see that one, but I seen Peugeot coming back on the track there. So.
Yep, okay. But you'll have to watch the replay later on. You'll have to enjoy that one, relive it.
Yeah,
through the
they
broadcast.
come up on the inside there, yeah. And I had to go off on the turn two there, yeah.
Well done, Lindsay. How have you enjoyed the series so far?
A bit challenging. Just trying to get through it all, and just trying to keep it clean.
Yeah, there's a lot of super fast guys at the front of this championship.
I'll tell you what, Lindsay, I think you've done a fantastic job tonight, mate. I think you've really sort of proven yourself as a race, not only as a race winner, but someone who's competitive at the front. So keep up the effort, mate. Great to watch, and mate, I mean, you can't describe a race win, right? How cool is that?
Nah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, bloody oath, mate.
Go and have a drink now, so.
Yeah,
Bloody oath.
just
I'll tell you
remember
what,
now.
I'll tell you what, I'll
qualify
share
up the front.
I'll share you the second one. You have a two for us, all right?
Yeah, no worries.
Yep. All right,
Thanks,
Lindsay.
guys.
Enjoy the win.
Thank you.
Well done, mate.
It just goes to show most of these guys have the pace. If they're up the front of the grid,
They've got the
that
pace,
pace to be able to stay up there. It's when you qualify poorly and you get caught back up in the pack, there's so many battle groups that it's so hard to break away from the pack and stay up the front. These
Absolutely.
guys,
Yeah.
they just get
And
snag a good qualifying, then they're away.
Absolutely, and right now, Jamie, we've got teams of people working with each other to get up the front. So if you're on your own, that's harder. Yeah, it is harder, and it puts you back a little bit. But this is sort of format this series promotes. It promotes the reverse grid, heat racing. It mixes things up a little bit, and it represents people who have pace right through. We see, as you say, we see that right through the whole group, and we're talking a tenth, less than a tenth, half a tenth, no matter what we do. Yeah,
It'll make a big difference.
absolutely. All right, who we got next, mate? Hey, is Peter here? Is he talking? Is he here? Peter, how are you, mate? Congratulations, Peter. He's dropped out.
We lost Peter.
Oh dear.
I
Peter,
think
are
he's
you there,
thinking.
mate?
Yeah, sorry, you got me?
There, we got you, mate. Congratulations. How's that
Thank
feel?
you,
Second
guys.
place, mate.
Yeah, I'm bloody sweating bullets at the moment, to be honest.
Oh, that's all right, mate. I normally do that, even if it's just a normal day of the week. But 959 Sim Sport have got a car up the front, and
Yeah.
Sean McNamara's going to kill me in a minute, but finally we've seen one of you guys up the front. this season. What is going on?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I just joined the guys this year, and I mean, they've had a lot of bad luck at the starts, but
Are you saying you're the
yeah,
difference? Are you saying
yeah,
that you are the difference now that you've been brought on? You've been
I
bringing
think
things to the front?
I've definitely turned things around. The guys won't mind me saying that.
And you're very modest as well. I've heard that about you.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
very, very
extremely
modest.
modest. Yeah, extremely modest, and
Well, we
yeah,
just saw on replay.
they're a good bunch of guys.
We just saw on
it's a
replay,
great
Peter,
drive,
that moment that Philip Peugeot threw the race away, spun in front of
Oh,
Sam Kanakazinas and got
Disaster.
wiped out, and that sent you off into the lead. At that point in time, you would have been rubbing your hands together thinking, here we go, I've got this one now.
Yeah. I seen him spin, and then I went to the left. I'm not sure who the other car was, and I went to the left and actually caught the grass a bit, and I was limiter bashing there for a while, and I'm like, oh my god, don't spin. So yeah, I got to the lead, then I was just trying to drive it as straight as I could and save my tires. But yeah, I ran out in the end, and it was a good race between the boys at the front, so I was pretty happy.
Mate, it was a very impressive drive, actually. Jamie and I have talked about it through the broadcast, and I'm sure we'll watch it back, maybe 5-10 times, and then show it at Christmas for everyone to see at the family event, as I would.
Yeah.
But it was an excellent drive, and it's about we talk about keeping the eyes forward, just keep focused on what you're doing, don't worry about what's going on behind. And that's how you win races, and you did that. It was fantastic. Well, second place, but it was it was a fantastic result though for the guys, and I'm sure for the team. A strong, powerful sort of result. So awesome, mate, and great to see you up the front. Yeah, it's heaps cool.
Yeah, it's good. It's my first time doing a series as well, so I'm pretty happy.
Oh, is it? Oh well, unfortunately, then there's a ruling that nobody can come second in their first series, so we'll have to. No, I'm joking. That's fantastic. Well done, mate.
Yeah,
That's
good.
awesome.
All right, cheers, guys.
Well done, buddy. Yep.
Well done, Peter. We'll see you next round.
Cheers. All right, cheers. Thanks again. Bye.
Well, that's looking pretty good though, Jamie.
It's good to have some of these new guys up the front. Ben.
Yeah, bloody oath. And
Some of these guys.
Pete sounds like a really nice guy. Pete sounds like a fairly genuine guy as well, and I know I take the piss a little bit there in terms of 9-5 Simo. They will be really pumped as a team. I know those guys really rally around each other to really represent the brand, and it's really exciting to see them back up the front because they've had a bit of a tough gig this season.
Season.
I know, mate. You know what? You and I have talked about this. I can just feel these guys ready to go. So that's the catalyst. I'll tell you what. Here you go. Here's a tip. That's the catalyst for these guys to actually come out of the blocks over the next race. But I think we might have first place.
It's going to have to be a very strong second half of the season now because that was round 6 and a 12-round season. So going to have to be game on from 9-5 Sim Sports.
I'll tell you what. At the moment, the old pineapples are they're not raining, and we've all got mortgages to pay. So let's hope so.
Chadwick did win a round back at Ohio, so
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Off the pace. Oh, but a man who's definitely hasn't been off the pace, Alex Court, up 37 positions.
37 positions.
And E2 for the round as well, Alex. Well done. Great drive tonight.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah, well done, Alex. Bloody hell, mate. What, the C's part? Or did what happened, mate?
I just ran my own race and
Yeah, exactly right.
picked them off one by one.
Yeah, no.
I don't think it was 1 by 1. I think it was 3 or 4 at a time. That was incredible.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
No, it was really impressive to watch, Alex. And I think you talk about picking them off one by one, but that's really what you do, right? You stay out of the trouble. You focus on the next one, the next one, the next one. Keep looking forward, and don't worry about what's happening behind you. So that was really cool to watch and see. We heard so much chat about stuff that was happening behind, and I think that's where people get distracted, and evidence is where when you don't, you keep moving forward. So awesome, mate. Well done, mate. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
If I say awesome one more time, I think I'm going to have there's going to be some sort of fine against me at the end of the season. But
Sounds
no,
like a good plan.
Alex,
oh, cheeky bugger.
we didn't say anything at the time, but we thought that's a little bit optimistic when you said you were going to chat again at the end of the broadcast. We knew you were going to be starting at the back of the grid, and we thought, okay, he said he's going to have another chat. But I think that's the last time we're going to chat to Alex tonight. But seriously, that was incredible. Up 37 positions in a classy field like that. And there must have been the times where you thought, no, I'm not going to risk it here. I'm going to look after the championship. Because you were so close to winning the championship last season, and it slipped out of your grasp. Those are the sorts of races where it can all come undone, and just one moment with a back marker or somebody that hasn't got that racecraft alongside you. I mean, side by side into turn one, anything can happen in a situation like that. Did it at all pop into your head that, oh no, I'm risking my championship chances here by battling and dicing in these situations?
Yeah, look, to be honest, there was a couple of moves I'm thinking about now that were a bit risky. There was one, I think it was with Laz, myself, and someone else, and I was in the middle. And I said to Laz on comms, I was like, Laz, I'm in the middle. And he just held his line, the other guy held his line, and I just sent it into turn one. So
It was. I think we did see that. It was on the 3 wide at one point in time on the banking. It was pretty hairy.
it was, but I just had, confidence in the competitors around me. I knew Laz, he'd hold his line and sort of hoped the other guy would as well. So it turned out all right.
So, Alex, my question is to you: if Jamie and I were on either side of you in that point, would you have the same confidence?
Well, it depends on what sort of cars you drive. If it's a Mustang, then no.
Well, you'd be in the fence. You'd be in the fence is the answer. Nah, well done, mate. It's always good to see you in the rear vision mirror when I race you. But you've done well tonight, and I'm only joking. You've done a great job, mate. It was really super impressive to see you come back through the crowd. We through the group, we were watching, and 37 places. That's amazing, mate. So awesome job, mate. You're really proud, I reckon. Great drive, awesome.
Thanks again, guys.
Yeah, awesome, mate.
Thanks.
He's a superstar.
Quick shout out to the sponsors.
Oh yeah, we haven't allowed anyone to have a shout out to the sponsors tonight. Thanks for picking us up on that, Alex.
Yeah.
First of all, NTS, Goodyear, Auto Care, Warana, Abruzzi Racing Australia, RMS, Cars for Hope, Racing with Autism Australia, and Track Cams.
Well said, Alex. No, absolutely, mate. And again, great drive. I think that's an absolute cracker that you've put on tonight, and a really good show as well. So thanks, mate.
Thanks once again, boys, and thanks to everyone behind the scenes for putting in all the hard work, and JP, all the countless hours he does to run the series the way it is.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Thanks again to everyone.
Yep. No, well done. Well said, mate.
Thanks, guys.
Well done, Alex. So Tommy Heyman wins the round for the Daytona SuperSprint, brought to us by TJM Parramatta. From Alex Court in second position for the round, and Darren Caldwell, who we had a look and he had left Discord, so didn't have a chat with Darren. Would have been nice to have another chat with Darren. But third place for Phase 4 Motorsports. Good to see our team up there again, Ben.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic results. A shame not to look to the lads for their results tonight, but absolutely they should be recognised for an absolutely outstanding result for the night. And Phase 4 Motorsport, that's just what we do, right?
So, as we head into the second half of the season, we got Detroit and Belle Isle next week, same time. And we'll have Alex Court closing up on his teammate Lasseth Leonage in the championship. Having a look at those championship standings now, we have Leonage on 698 points from Alex Court on 675 points. Tommy Heyman with his impressive drive tonight up to 619 points in third for Excalibur Esports. Trent Gosling drops down to fourth for MF Racing, 616 points. Cameron Veacock, who had a quiet night, in fifth. And Sean McNamara, consistency through those previous rounds, he's still in sixth position on 561 points. But it's really starting to look like a two-way fight between the NTS Esports teammates of Leonage and Court. Right, they're going to take it right down to the wire, I believe. See if anyone else can hopefully close that gap up and make it a little bit more interesting.
Well, it should be really
Heyman
exciting.
might be the man.
Yeah, it should be really exciting, Jamie. I think we're in for a bit of a cracker second half of the season as well. You know, I get a sense that this championship's building. You know, we've got the NTS boys up the front there, but I just feel like there's some real challenges coming up, so it'll be an interesting one to watch.
We have a team championships. It is a very close in the team championships. We had Middle Finger Racing on 1,395 points from NTS Esports on 1,389 points. So only 6 points between the two.
Well, that's changed overnight, basically, after this round. That's because the NTS boys were at the front there. This is really, really tightening up. This is an absolutely exciting team championship.
And 956 Sports are right in there as well. And can't write off Taipan Esports as well.
No.
So there's still a lot to play for here. Even
Absolutely.
Excalibur Esports and Pacific Sprint Racing are right in there. Excellent way battle for the team championship. So even if the drivers' championship is only between Leonage and Court, which it's still too early to call that.
I think it's too early to call that, but we've got a lot to play for. But you're right, though, Jamie, that the team championships are still heavily underway. Where are we going to next week? We're going to Belle Isle, I believe.
Walls of Belle Isle, and exactly. I mean, anything can happen now.
That will be Belle Isle will be an absolute smash fest, I reckon. So that'll be exciting to watch.
Yep.
If anybody gets in front, they'll probably win it. Yeah, if anybody gets in front, they'll probably win it. If they don't, well, look out.
Qualifying will be crazy. Mention the sponsors before we head off tonight.
Absolutely, Jamie. I think that's a great idea. Obviously, we've got TJM Parramatta who have sponsored the round for this week, and of course we've got a Nationwide Tracking Systems as part of the Nationwide Tracking Systems via Evolution Championship. We couldn't do it without them. We're very lucky to have them, and we appreciate the support on every round for the season. And I've just heard that they will also be joining us next year, so amazing support. We're very lucky to have them, and that's a massive shout out for the NTS boys and Nationwide Tracking Systems support. We've also got a Bruzy Raceware. Well, we've also, got Goodyear Auto Care Warwana up there on the Gold Coast, and a Bruzy on the Sunshine Coast. Sorry, did I say? I said the Gold Coast, the Sunshine Coast. If you went to the Gold Coast, you'd be the wrong Gold Coast. So anyway, I'll stop right now. A Bruzy Raceware, Track Racer, Custom Track Art. Honestly, guys, I don't do this professionally. Race Management Services, Coghlan Engineering, Track Cams for Gourmet, and Melbourne Hydrographics Depot. So I know I might make light of it, and I don't, but we might joke about this. But without these guys and sponsors, both their major and minor sponsors, we wouldn't have this sort of broadcast that we have. So big thanks to these guys. Big thanks to our competitors, the teams, the effort that goes into it. We're really lucky to have it, and this is what produces the entertainment that we see. So thanks, guys, and look forward to seeing you guys also at the Belle Isle race, which is going to be an absolute, I think, Jamie, a smash fest.
Yeah, I'm pretty much thinking the same thing there, Ben.
I can't
Which is
wait.
pretty wild.
I'm kind of excited. I almost want to take a week off for the excitement to get there, but unfortunately, I've got a mortgage and all this stuff to pay for, so I'm not going to work. So
Yeah,
I'll
me
wait,
too.
and we'll get there.
Well, after Detroit, we've got Barber to look forward to as well. Then, of course, the legendary Spa. Got Road Atlanta, which is a wild roller coaster, a wicked track to hook around in these supercars. Sebring with the bumps and the excitement at Sebring. And, of course, the big one to finish off, Bathurst.
Bathurst. I'll tell you what, guys, get your barbecues fired up, get the beers out, because I know Jamie and I will be, so it'll be a bit of a swim through, and we're going to really love 161 laps of commentary with you guys, so it's going to be hectic. I will probably be asleep for the last 5 laps because, yeah, anyway, well, let's get into it, boys.
Will probably be more exciting than the real one that was on last Sunday. I slept through all of it, but woke up for the last 20-odd laps, and that was cracker, actually.
That was
Bergen and Waters. I enjoyed that.
That was to see if your bloody bets had paid off, mate. Mine were diminished after 23 laps. So, anyway, I'll talk about that at the broadcast. All right, boys.
I did have a couple of dollars on Van Gisbergen. I'm
You
happy to
bastard.
say.
Yeah. All right. All right, I'm down about $1,000. So, no worries, everyone. Have a great one, and we'll catch you on the next.
Good call, Ben. We'll see you
All
next
right.
week.
Thanks, boys. See ya.